the fuck gave my younger brother a rotisserie chicken for Halloween trick-or-treat? And it's like, dude, that'd be expensive.
Oh my god, no.
Nowadays, you're like, oh, damn, rotisserie chicken. That's like $7.
Go to Fortina's. Get $10 rotisserie chickens.
Yeah, motherfucker. We're gonna take it up a few notches right now. See if y'all can keep up. Wanna give a motherfucker sucker, put your hand up.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to episode 71 of the ScruffCast. I'm John.
And I'm Dan.
And this week, we're coming in with literally probably the least we've ever had prepared.
We have 0 things prepared, no guests.
That's true. We were on a bit of a guest spree, weren't we? Oh, no,
Sort
we had
of.
one without a guest.
Yeah, because you had the guest host for a while.
Two
there.
guest hosts, then just back to the original duo.
And then
last week we had
Chris last week.
Yes.
And we should be getting another guest host within the next coming weeks.
Yes. Also, a heads up, next weekend here in Canada's Canadian Thanksgiving, so it's probably unlikely we'll have an episode next week.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
No.
Usually we work holidays, you know? We're pretty good.
We do.
Yeah.
We did Labor Day.
Family Day.
Spending the time with our family, the ScruffCast listeners.
That's right.
If they want to pay back the love, email us at scruffcast@gmail.com, just like a listener did this week.
Whoa!
This email comes to us, and the subject is the potato issue. I haven't read this email ahead of time. Normally, we kind of pre-screen them. But I'm going in blind.
This will be good.
All right.
I think you might like it.
Hi, Dan and John. Whoa. It's Jon and Dan.
Alphabetical order, man. Alphabetical order.
Only on even episodes.
Fair enough.
71, so it's John and Dan. Hi, Dan and John. Thoroughly enjoyed last week's podcast. Lost count of how many times I laughed out loud, and Chris was a welcome addition and should be a guest more often. Damn, Chris getting high praise from the listeners.
Yeah.
Chris, you're welcome back anytime.
Let's not make his head too big, but
No.
we'll have him back in maybe another 75 episodes.
Yep, you can be on for episode 147, 48, whatever that is.
Yeah.
All right. I feel I need to weigh in on the potato issue, being that I am Irish and grew up eating potatoes every night. Every night?
I guess so. Yeah.
Damn,
every night.
Every night. My Irish father was also a potato lover and actually stabbed a man over potatoes. True story. Jeez. I mean, how old is this listener? Like, they weren't in the famine, like, back then. Get away from my potatoes. Like,
No. Well, continue the email. Maybe you'll find out.
yeah. True story. As a young guy, he and a bunch of his friends were in a restaurant one evening. Now, you have to understand, my father loved his French fries, or chips as they call them in Ireland. Potato chips are called crisps in Ireland. Isn't that fancy?
Yeah.
He had one friend who never ordered anything to eat, but always ended up eating a load of my father's fries off of his plate. I'm one of those. This particular evening, my father told his friend he would buy him his own plate of fries. He just didn't want to share his own. The friend swore up and down he had no interest in my father's fries and that he wasn't hungry. My father again asked to please let him buy his own plate of fries. The friend again declined. So my father got his plate of fries, and not 1 minute goes by and this man reaches over for a fry. My father stuck his fork into the man's hand. Much swearing ensued, and also a good lesson learned. Never come between a man and his fries.
Hey, you know what? That's fair because we all had fries as our unanimous number 1.
It was.
Last week.
It was. Well, some people, you just can't get between them and, their food of choice, whether it's fries or nachos or what have you.
Nachos for some people.
With that said, here's my top 5 potato favorites. 5. Roasted potatoes with rosemary. Very distinguished.
Yeah, very specific, too. We were just
roasted
potatoes!
Roasted potatoes?
Because we actually don't roast our own potatoes,
No.
we don't actually know what goes into them.
Oh, are those roasted potatoes? Those are my number 5. Oh, no rosemary? They don't make the list. Number 4.
I just opened up this bottle of water here, and it hurt my hand so much. That was the tightest lid I've ever seen on a water bottle.
It's because I have
It, scraped my hands.
freshly sealed before they're chilled here at the ScruffCast studio.
Jesus! You're over there, Kirkland, sealing up the bottles?
Yep.
This is proof we really have nothing to talk about.
No, we don't.
We're just trying to delay.
Where were we? Oh, roasted
We're
potatoes.
trying to take this email 40 minutes in.
Yep. Roasted potatoes with rosemary, period. Number 4. Crinkle cut fries with lots of vinegar and salt. Number 3. Louisiana potatoes. These I've never heard of. I cut up potatoes into pieces and fry them with Louisiana hot sauce and salt. Delicious. With a bunch of E's in there. Like a little spread out like that. Number 2, shoestring potatoes. I'm assuming that's like the shoestring french fries?
Yeah, like McDonald's.
Yeah, those are so
I think
good.
those are like shoestring.
It's the best of the best. And my number 1 potato is the potato chip.
Fair
Good
enough.
choice, listener. I was the only one who had it on my list last week.
Yeah, you were. I kind of forgot about
Y'all sleeping on the
chips.
potato
Yeah.
chip.
Wasn't really thinking about it, to be honest with you.
And may I add, dishonorable mention to the list. Ooh,
All right.
we've never had to listen to this. You know what? I kind of like the idea of dishonorable mentions.
Maybe we'll kick that in next week. Unless you can think of one for this week's. Quick enough.
I don't know. We'll have to see. But yeah, it could be like something we think's overrated or something. I like this.
Okay.
Good
All
job,
right.
listener. I think you just added a new thing to the podcast.
Dishonorable mention. All right.
Oh, I love it. Okay. Where would we fit the dishonorable mention in when we go through the 5?
Right before honorable mention? Oh, I don't know, actually.
We'll have to work on it.
Yeah, we'll sort it out.
All right. And may I add a dishonorable mention to this list? I have 2. Well, first you ask if you can, and then you add 2 in there. But we'll allow it because we have so little content this week.
Yeah.
I have 2. Mashed potatoes, which I find incredibly boring, and the absolutely worst way to serve a potato. The boiled potato. Oh, okay, these are 2 different ones. Mashed potatoes, which I find incredibly boring, and the absolutely worst way to serve a potato, the boiled potato, which is what I ate every night of my life growing up, which I refuse to eat now for the rest of my life. Interesting top 5 topic this week. Looking forward to next week. Your number 1 Etobicoke fan. Now, I find it funny that we got praised. Interesting top 5 topic this week, and it was literally just potatoes.
Yeah, I know.
But that's us. We can turn, we can turn chicken chip into chicken salad.
That's quite the hot take on the mashed potatoes. They're not incredibly boring. We specifically talked about last week how you could do garlic mashed potatoes skin on.
I like the
gravy
garlic
on there.
mashed potatoes and the mashed potatoes with the skin on.
That's a bit of a hot take. I love mashed
ScruffCast,
potatoes.
internet's number 1 potato podcast. Well, I was the only listener we had
The
this week.
ScruffCast, tackling the tough potato issues.
The tough potato. Remember when we used to tackle the tough topics?
ScruffCast tackles the tough topics, but then we stopped tackling tough topics because
We stopped tackling topics at all.
we stopped tackling anything.
Yeah, remember when we used to do articles?
Ugh.
Those were the days.
It
Not really, actually. I kind of like
it was fun for like 10 episodes, but then it was like
It kind of overstayed its welcome. Then
Yeah.
we're scrounging, and it's like WNB TV, and it's like,
And then we
a Florida man ran over a goose, and then
we
read
stopped
the article.
reading them.
Yeah.
And then we actually didn't even know what was going on.
No, because the
In
article
the article, I was like, "Oh, dude, this article sucks." Actually,
yeah,
And
because the titles are so good. It's like Florida man runs over a goose. And we
weren't
won't know
gonna-
what happens next, and then it's like, Willie Johnson, Florida man, 27, ran over a goose. It's like, what? Why would you write this? It was the whole thing.
exactly. Now we just talk about nothing.
I just talking about nothing. Well, I did see one thing that caught my eye this week, which was the only.
Oh, wait! Before you get into this,
Sure.
I got one more potato thing to talk about.
Yeah, go for
There's
it.
more. We're gonna put the kibosh on potatoes after this.
It's a band topic. Dude, remember band
No.
topics?
Yeah, I do remember band topic. It's not a band topic. So I went to the grocery store yesterday and I bought some. Obviously I went grocery shopping, so I did all the groceries. But I also bought. So like the tater tots.
Yeah, we talked about them last week.
We did. So they were different ones like I've never seen before. So it was from McCain's, and they were like little tiny hockey pucks. Okay, think about that.
Okay.
So they're like an inch in diameter, roughly, right? And they were like thinner, so you can get them like nice and crispy. Dude, they were so tasty. Like these things were better than the regular tater tots. Way better.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never seen
It was
these.
so good.
Were they still called tater tots, or do they have a different name?
I think they were called tater tots. I'm pretty sure they were. I
Interesting.
made some spicy mayo to go along with it.
Oh, what'd you put in the mayo to spice it? We really have nothing.
Frank's red hot sauce.
Asking you what you put in your mayo.
What'd you do? Spice the mayo up with?
To eat your potato tater crisps or whatever.
It was Frank's red hot sauce.
Oh, very
I
nice.
love Frank's red hot sauce.
Not a big fan.
I like it a lot.
I'm not a big fan of like spicy stuff in general.
Hey, you know what? When Anna was pregnant, she went through this like Frank's red hot sauce phase. Like while we were living together, which was probably only 2 months before Leah was born.
Yeah.
2.5 months. She went through, I think, 2 or 3 of like the large size hot sauce bottles. She was putting it like on everything, just loading.
Dude, that's
like,
their whole thing. Frank's Red Hot. I put that shit on everything.
Yeah, seriously. It is like it's really good though. It's like not too spicy either. That's what I like about it. And it's got good flavor. You can like load it onto stuff. And it's not like overly hot. Just gives it a nice flavor.
Wouldn't it be awesome if we could have then transitioned? Yeah, that was our first ever ScruffCast ad, and they had like paid us to wax poetic
crazy.
about Frank's Red Hot. But instead, it's
I love Frank's Red Hot sauce.
I put that shit on everything. What are we, O.J. Simpson over here?
I put that shit on everything. Now have yourself a good day. What does he say at the end of his Twitter?
Take care now.
Take care now.
Or something like that. Hey, Twitter world. If you want to follow us on Twitter, in addition to O.J. Simpson, you can follow us at ScruffCast.
And you can find O.J. Simpson also by checking out our followers on Twitter.
Or the people we follow. O.J. Simpson doesn't follow us.
Yeah, sorry. Right. The people we follow.
Mr. Juice. All right. Now, the only thing I really had in the notes this week, which isn't really much, I saw a Twitter ad from Glenn Levitt, or Glenn Levitt? I don't know how you pronounce the brand. But, it's like a whiskey brand, right? Scotch, whiskey?
I think it's Scotch. Yeah.
Scotch, okay.
Yeah. Pretty sure.
Now, in essence, this new product that they're coming out with, it's essentially like a Tide Pod, like a little plastic pouch, okay? Like
Yeah.
sealed packet. Like a Tide Pod, or like the things you put in your dishwasher. Or
I
something
think like the packaging is made of seaweed.
that would make sense because it's like edible.
Yeah, I think that's what. But
it's like some sort of little like sealed packet like that, just filled with alcohol inside.
Yeah, it's like a little shot.
Yeah,
in like
and
a pill
essentially,
form.
yeah. But well, it's like bigger than a pill. It's like the size of a Tide Pod, kind of, right? Like
Oh, is
like
it that big? How do you eat that? I was just thinking you swallow it. Am I not like? Sorry, am I not thinking about this properly?
I don't know. Maybe
Is it supposed to like dissolve in your mouth? Do you just like bite into it and then it just explodes in your mouth?
That was my assumption.
I just assumed you just swallowed it like a pill.
What, like you're like smuggling contraband across the border?
Yeah. Instead of shoving it up your butt, you just,
I don't know.
Okay, we'll Google this.
I'll Google it.
Because this is...
But when
we got lots of time. Just Google it.
Oh, yeah, it's plenty of time. But when I saw this, alcoholic Tide Pod, the Glenlivet has new whiskey capsules that look like detergent pods. Glenlivet, a 195-year-old Scotch whiskey distillery, introduced a collection of edible cocktail capsules made from seaweed, meaning no need for glass, ice, or a cocktail stirrer. The company shared in a video post on social media. So I saw this originally on Twitter. Okay, they must be pretty small. The pod contains 23 milliliters of Glenlivet whiskey and comes in 3 flavors. To enjoy them, pop the capsule in your mouth and take a bite to release the delicious cocktail ingredients. That seems to be... Well, the concept of leaving some with a bad taste. The capsule is only available at one bar during London Cocktail Week, which ends Sunday, yada yada. So they're just trying this out. Now, and it was a hashtag no glass. Oh, dude, this tweet's terrible. No ice, no stirrer, no glass. We're redefining how whiskey can be enjoyed. Introducing the Glenlivet Capsule Collection. Hashtag no glass required. This is terrible. So when I saw this, it's like this old ass company trying to market to millennials.
Yeah, that's right.
No glass, like, because come on, how many millennials have a bar in their house? You know what I mean?
Well, exactly. Like the only thing I see this, it would be like it would be kind of like a fun like novelty item to kind of buy. You know what I mean? Kind of like to keep in your bar, never actually like use. But just to have it up in the bar. It's like, oh yeah, those are the little pill things, right? Now we do have a Scotch connoisseur, I would say. Maybe not connoisseur, but someone who loves Scotch.
Aficionado.
Okay.
Oh.
Who listens to this, so I'd be curious to get their take on it.
I already would say their take would be like, what is this shit?
Yeah, I already know what it is, but maybe they can email in and let us know what they think.
Yeah, we know they still listen.
Yeah, they do.
But yeah, my thought was like they're trying to like market to that like millennial crowd. Like, I don't know, isn't part of the fun of like, so there's drinking, right? You sit around, you drink beer and stuff like that, right? But then there's drinking, where you're sitting back, you're just sipping your alcohol, right?
Yeah. But isn't the whole point?
It's like a whole different experience.
But either which way you go about it, the drinking, the fun part of drinking is like the social aspect of it.
Yeah, if it's like, everybody pop your pod. Boop.
And then like you just all go home. Like, what do you do, right? Like,
I gotta get home before this kicks in.
and can you imagine? You could literally swallow like 10 in a row.
Yeah, you could take a handful.
And it wouldn't even hit you.
Give 'em out
for
on
a bit.
Halloween.
All of a sudden, pooh! Give them out on Halloween.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Dude, I saw this funny collection of tweets on Twitter, and it was 2 tweets side by side. The first one was, giving out rotisserie chickens for Halloween. The second tweet was somebody, who the fuck gave my younger brother rotisserie chicken for Halloween trick or treat? And it's like, dude, that'd be expensive.
Oh my god,
like,
no.
Nowadays, you're like, oh, damn, rotisserie chicken. That's like $7.
Go to Fortina's,
Yeah.
get $10 rotisserie chickens.
Anyways, when I saw that Scotch thing, kind of caught my eye.
Yeah, I saw that online too. It's I don't know. Like I said, I think it'd be like a fun novelty item to have.
I'm not gonna lie, listeners. We didn't really have much. We didn't really have much this week.
You know what? I don't even think we should fill with unnecessary stuff. You know what? This week you're getting a short one.
Well, to be fair, like we did have pretty beefy episodes when.
Dude, there was one that was as long as a movie.
Dude, if it was like 1990, like back in the 90s, movies were always like hour and 20 minutes, hour and a half. Nowadays, you're spoiled. You get these movies like 2 hours long.
Yeah.
Hour 45. Like if a movie's an hour and a half,
you guys got a 90s movie 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, y'all are here like getting clueless.
Yeah, and I've tried to cut the last 2 down. I've tried. Been unsuccessful. This is the week.
You probably had tons of ideas, but you're like, no,
you better believe
the listeners don't get them.
You
I'm not putting them in the notes.
We're doing a short one this week, God damn it.
All right, well, if we don't have anything else, it's time for how we end every week with the top 5.
Now, I will say, this is a pretty good top 5.
Well, we haven't done it yet.
Oh, I don't care. I still think it's a good one.
All right. Would you like to kick into it?
Sure. This week's top 5 is top 5 breakfast foods. Now, we've been on a little, like, food spree recently, I feel like.
Yeah, what did we do?
What was the one we did when I came back from vacation?
So last week was
I don't
top
think that
5
was food.
potatoes. Top 5 musical artists.
Oh, musical artists. And then...
When I was at Ian, we did
and then
video
you and
games.
Kaylon did
Me and
desserts.
Kaylon did desserts.
Dude, so one day we gotta do entrees, I guess. Appetizers.
Yeah, well, we've had, like, listener-related questions to food and stuff.
Dude, everybody loves food. Like, top 5 foods are
it's
great.
so easy to relate. Everybody eats.
Everybody eats.
Everybody eats.
Everybody likes breakfast, you know?
There you go. Now, I gotta be real with you and the listeners.
With you?
I gotta be real with you, homie. One of the reasons that breakfast, like, now I know you don't like talking about vibes, but I won't use the word vibes, but like feelings. Like one of the things that's like nice about breakfast.
You can say vibes. I told you last week. I'm all right with the vibes.
All right. One of the vibes about breakfast is it's like a rarity for me because I never get up in the morning and have breakfast. Right. On the weekend, I'll get up. We're talking late morning now. I'll make myself some breakfast. Maybe one of these food items on my list.
See, now this is the thing. Because, like, you go to work in the morning and stuff like that, right? Even if you get up and you eat breakfast, you're not whipping up like a batch of pancakes or some French toast.
You don't get to sit
Some
down.
scrambled eggs, some bacon. You're not making yourself a lumberjack meal. You know what I mean?
You don't get to sit down and enjoy it.
No.
That's like one of the
You're
beauties of
grabbing
breakfast.
some toast. You're grabbing some cereal. Like, that's all you're getting. Like,
Yeah.
So that's why you do, like, these breakfast items are nice. You savor those items. Like, you go out for breakfast. Dude, I love going out for breakfast. I probably like going out for breakfast more than I like going out for dinner.
Yeah, I could see that.
I love going
You're
out
like
for
out and
breakfast.
about. The day has started. Other people are out.
Yeah, exactly. You're sipping your coffee. You're having your breakfast. Dude.
When I retire, going out for breakfast every day of my life.
You know what? You know what my favorite thing was ever? Was like when I was living at home.
Yeah.
And like we'd maybe be out drinking the night before, or maybe even not. Maybe just Anna had stayed over. We'd go out for breakfast the next day, and then you come home and you take the nap.
The post-meal digestion.
You go for like the 10:30, 11 o'clock breakfast. You get home at 12:31. Boom, nap. Nap for 2 hours. Back up. Oh, the life.
That's living right there.
That's living. All right.
Yeah, breakfast it has that like nice cozy feeling,
Let's jump in.
Let's jump in. Would you like to go first?
I think you should go first this time.
Okay, dokie. My number 5.
Curveball.
Which I don't know if you'll be surprised it's so low on my list, but I put pancakes on here.
Okay.
Now pancakes.
They made the top 5. That's something, right?
Pancakes, they're just delicious. It's like a little flat cake of dough. So tasty. Shout out to Denny's pancakes. I don't know.
Straight up.
I don't know how they're making these pancakes back there, but they're always just perfectly fluffy. It's like just eating a cloud of deliciousness.
Yeah, I went to
Get the butter, get the syrup.
I went to
When I was a
Denny's.
kid, I used to sprinkle a little bit of sugar on there sometimes.
Yeah.
That's why I'm a fatty now.
Before I went to Aruba, we went to Denny's. Oh, dude, so good. I hadn't been there in a long time.
I went there just this past weekend.
Yeah, I hadn't been in a long time. Dude, those hash browns, back to potatoes, here we go. Those shredded hash browns, we talked about them last week.
Good.
Jesus Christ, out of this world.
Because they're just like crispy at the top, but then like when you get underneath, some of them are a little softer.
Oh, just like,
Put a little bit of ketchup in there. Oh, god damn, I love hash browns.
Oh, good.
All right.
All right, my number 5. Honey Bunches of Oats, the cereal.
Ooh.
Now, I know cereal's a little bit boring to have on this list.
We've talked about Honey Bunches of Oats on this podcast before.
Dude, have we?
Which just makes me laugh because it makes me think how many other podcasts out there have had multiple episodes where Honey Bunches of Oats are mentioned. But continue.
Probably not many. So I've probably told the story about how Kalon got me into these Honey Bunches of Oats. So I'm not going to tell it again.
No, you can tell it again. We got time.
All right. We're up at the cottage. Okay, I'll tell it quick. We're up at his cottage. We decided to go out and get groceries and stuff like that. We were going to get, like, Fruit Loops or whatever. Kalon's like, let's get Honey Bunches of Oats. And we're like, what are you, 100 years old? Eating Honey Bunches of Oats? What is this crap? So next morning I wake up. I'm the only one up. So I decided to go grab myself a bowl of cereal. I decided, you know what? I'm going to try these Honey Bunches of Oats. Changed my life. They were so good. Oh, my God. Anyway, this is the breakfast I have every morning. Every morning I wake up, grab my bowl, pour my Honey Bunch of Oats in, pour a little milk in there, and I enjoy. And, it has not gotten old. I thoroughly enjoy my honey.
Every day, and it
Every
still hasn't
morning.
lost its luster.
No, it hasn't. It's so tasty. It's goddamn expensive, but it's so tasty. That's the one thing I will splurge on for groceries.
How much is it
My
for
Honey
one?
Bunch of Oats.
How much does one box run these days?
I mean, it's not as expensive as, some of those, foo-foo cereals, with, chia seeds and stuff and flax oils. But it's $4.99 for the small box.
Yeah, dude, that is pretty pricey.
Yeah.
$4.99.
Yeah. $4.99 for the small box. You can sometimes catch it on sale for, $3.49. $2.50 when No Frill's got a really good deal. That's when I buy
Honey
6.
Bunches of Oats. Do you actually bulk up on boxes?
I'll buy 2 at a time if it's on sale.
My number 4, kind of on a related note, I didn't go as specific. I just put down cereal.
Fair enough.
Now, I can give shout-outs to my favorite
I was about to
cereal.
say, do you have a favorite cereal?
So when I was a kid, goddamn, I used to be cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, man. I love those things as a kid. But specifically, another cereal when I was a kid that they only sold in the States. I think they sell it here now, but I don't eat it. It was Cookie Crisp. Which we probably talked about on the podcast before as well, but I remember
shout out to
my
the
mom
Cookie
had
Crisp.
a family in Massachusetts, and we went there, and that's where I tried Cookie Crisp. Then we got back, anytime somebody had to go over the States, gotta give me Cookie Crisp, gotta give me Cookie Crisp, dude, because you're just eating little chocolate chip cookies as cereal. It's amazing.
I know.
love those.
It's crazy.
And
Go ahead.
It's just cereal's like a staple, because you know what? Yeah, you don't go out and get cereal. Imagine you went out for breakfast and they had cereal. But you know what? If you ever go on vacation or anything at the little buffets,
Yeah.
they still got a little box of Frosted Flakes sometimes.
Oh yeah, they got the cereal there. Yeah.
There's all the staples.
Screw that. I'm going to the omelet station, man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if I have my choices, right? But nobody's here making omelets for me.
No.
But nowadays, I like honeycombs and I like Reese Puffs. That's a solid cereal choice.
See, Reese Puffs for me, they're not they don't. I feel like they just don't taste Reese enough. You know what I mean?
No, that's perfect though.
It's
for me.
Reese Puffs. It's these kind of don't taste like Reese Pieces or Reese's Puffs at all. Reese's Cups. It doesn't really taste like it.
Yeah.
I don't mind them, but again, they were on sale one time for $1 or $2 a box. We bought 3 of them, and I think I'm just sick of them. To be honest with you, right now.
Well, that's a big commitment. Because, if you eat cereal every day, it might wind down. But I don't eat it as often. So, a box of honeycombs will last me, months.
Wow.
Yeah.
Honey Bunch of Oats. I gotta buy 2 boxes a week.
Yeah, I got to give that a try.
It's freaking delicious, man. Shout out to Kalon on that one. A shout out.
Yeah, see, we don't always just roast you.
Not all the time.
Sometimes we raise you up.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, my number 4. The bagel.
I forgot about the bagel.
Dude, the bagel. Okay, so before, when I was still living in my parents' house, I would drive to work, and every morning I'd go to Tim Hortons, and I would get an everything bagel toasted with butter, and then my coffee. I was like, dude, the everything bagel is my favorite bagel on the planet. And if ever I go to Tim Hortons and they don't have the everything bagel, first off, I almost lose my shit. Second, you know what my second favorite bagel is? And you're not going to like this one. The cinnamon raisin bagel. Oh, I love me the cinnamon raisin bagel. Had one the other day. Delicious.
From Tim Hortons?
From Tim Hortons.
Were they out of the everything bagel?
They were out of the everything bagel.
You know why they're never out of the cinnamon raisin bagel?
Because nobody likes it.
Because it's so rare.
Oh, it's true.
I like the plain bagel. I always get plain bagel toasted with plain cream cheese. Because sometimes they're like, oh, herb and garlic cream. No.
I'm all about the everything bagel. The flavor, just exploding with flavor. So delicious.
So I just could see your face as you just talk about the bagel. Just explode.
Love that bagel.
That's a good choice. I forgot about the bagel. I do love bagels. All right. My number 3. We mentioned it already briefly. The omelet. Now, I'm not a super fan of eggs, right? Like, I'll eat them scrambled, right? Or I'll eat them in omelet form. But there's just something delicious and just something special about the omelet, right? It's one of the few foods I can actually make for myself where I'm like, damn, I cooked. I made one just the other day. Nice. Usually I don't have much around the house, so it's just cheese in the omelet. Well, especially when you go on vacation, right? You got the person working behind the big grill. They got that giant chef hat on. Mm-hmm. It's like, yeah, homie, give me some cheese, give me some of this, give me some ham. Boom, 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 boom. It's just tasty.
Dude.
And whenever you go out to get breakfast somewhere and you get an omelet, they're always ginormous.
Yeah, they're massive.
Yeah.
You know what? I've just decided if I can get Leo to cooperate with me tomorrow while I watch him, I'm making myself a damn omelet. I might even share a little with him.
What are you going to put in it?
I'll see what we got in the house. Maybe some mushrooms, maybe some peppers, some cheese.
See, that's the beauty of the omelet. You can put different things in each time, change it up.
Which is, go ahead.
So I made an omelet last weekend. And, crack the eggs, put them in the bowl, start whipping the eggs, Okay, let me toss a little bit of salt in there, a little bit of pepper. Yeah. Damn! I accidentally put a little bit of sugar in there.
Oh.
Instead of salt.
How was it?
It tasted all right. I don't think there was enough sugar to.
I thought it was really this mind-blowing discovery. Like, it was delicious!
Well, it was delicious because my omelets are always delicious. But it was just, so for some reason at IKEA, we really have nothing to talk about this week. For some reason at IKEA, I got like a set of salt shaker and pepper shakers.
Yeah.
And he put like 4 of them. And I'm like, maybe these is for other spices for people who actually cook real meals.
Right, yeah.
Not me. So I took a spare one of them, put it in a different cupboard, and I put sugar in there.
Uh-huh.
And then I had made coffee, poured, the sugar in my coffee, whatever. And then I was making the omelet, and then went to go back and get the sugar, thinking it was the salt for some reason. I'm like, damn.
How many eggs do you put in your omelet?
3.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Get a nice beefy omelet. That's what I'm on.
Yeah, nice beefy. I don't like the pan to be too big either, because then otherwise, like, the omelet's, the circumference is too wide.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah. Which is funny to mention this, because my number 3, also the omelet.
Oh, we're on the same wavelength.
The omelet is so key. I love it, because you can just stuff it with so much stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially like when we were in Aruba, they had an omelet station there. Dude,
that's the best.
I probably got like 7 different things in that omelet, man. I had like mushrooms, I had sausage, I had jalapenos, so you name it, I was like, throw it all in there. This thing was just like stuffed. It was like breaking everywhere.
Yeah, because they have this giant...
Loved it.
The giant grill.
Yeah,
I wish I could have one of those in my house.
And they're so crafty. They just like flipped it up nice.
Yeah.
I love too, you put a little ketchup on top and a little hot sauce. Oh, sprinkle hot sauce on it. I love omelets, man. And you know what? I had no idea ever how to make an omelet. My dad always made omelets. He knows how to make them, obviously. So when we moved out, Anna was kind of just like, you got to learn how to make an omelet. That's a dad's job. And I was like, what? And she's like, yeah. I was like, it's kind of funny because I don't think my mom knows how to make an omelet, but my dad does. And then like her dad doesn't cook at all.
Yeah.
But he makes omelets.
That's funny.
So I was like, damn, I guess I just got to learn how to make omelets. So I YouTubed it.
Really?
Yeah. Watched like a whole YouTube tutorial. Dude's crushing it now, man. I cook up all my veggies and stuff on the side before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get them nice and soft. Boom, throw them on. Oh, yeah. Oh, dude, I'm getting hungry now, man.
I know. Now
we didn't get our Timbits before the podcast.
No, the whole routine was thrown off.
So, yeah. Omelet number 3.
Oh, yeah. My number 2, a classic, the waffle.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I've spent many a Saturday morning when we were kids, staying over at your place Friday night, get up Saturday morning, or no, staying there Saturday, getting up Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Cracking out those Eggos, those chocolate chip Eggos.
Dude.
Or no, you don't. You didn't go with the chocolate chip.
Yeah.
I like the chocolate chip, but you get the Eggo, preferably chocolate chip. Then you put the Kraft peanut butter on there.
Dude, the peanut butter on the waffle is so underrated.
I had never learned of this until I saw it at your place.
Yeah, man. You gotta put the peanut butter on the waffle. It's like a game changer.
Because when the waffle comes out, and then you put the peanut butter on, then the waffle
Melts.
the peanut butter starts to melt. Right?
Yeah.
What I like to do, got 2 waffles going, right? Waffle comes up, put the peanut butter, start eating that one. Then you take the waffle that's still in the toaster,
right.
you pop it down again, and you give it another 10 seconds, warm that thing back up.
Oh,
so the peanut butter melts again.
Smart.
And if you're feeling a little hungry, pop 2 more waffles back in there, and then you eat, and then you're like, oh, my fatty.
You know, go ahead.
I put waffles down not just for the Eggos, but like when you actually go out and you get like, you know, the waffle, like that nice thick
waffle, like a proper waffle. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Those are delicious.
Waffles covers it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Growing up as a kid, we always had a 4 toaster, a 4 toast toaster. And so when we moved out, we had to like buy all like the small appliances and stuff like that, right? So Anna's mom bought us a toaster. So I didn't really get a choice in what toaster we were getting. So we got a 2 toast toaster. I was like, how in God's name am I supposed to eat my Eggos? I need 4.
Yeah.
I can't wait around for a second load of waffles. I need to do them all at once.
Because if you start digesting them, then you realize just how much you're eating.
Yeah. And you know what? Sometimes when I run out of cereal, I'll make some Eggos in the morning. So I just make 2. I get to work and like 2 hours later, I'm starving, man. Those 2 Eggos do nothing.
I hear you.
That's it, yeah.
I also have a 2-slot toaster that I also got as a gift.
Yeah. So we got a 4-slot one for the bridal shower or whatever. So, waiting to bust that bad boy out. Anna won't let me yet, though.
Why not?
I don't know.
Why? Because she's worried her mom's going to come over and be like, where's the 2-slot toaster?
Where the hell's the goddamn 2-slot? Huh? You guys, you think you're better than me, huh?
Oh, you know, where I come from, nobody toasts 4 things at once. We didn't even have 4 waffles growing up.
And then she pokes me in the belly. Boop, boop, boop.
Yeah,
fat boy, huh?
Yeah, we don't need an extra 2 waffles. Excuse me?
Excuse me, bitch. That was your number 2.
Yeah, shout out to waffles.
Yeah. My number 2, the breakfast sausage.
Oh.
Now, dude, I just love sausages in general. Sausage is probably like one of my favorite just foods. Definitely my favorite meat, I would say.
Yeah, because you don't like beef, right? So
no.
That's the option.
So the sausage is definitely I'm talking like Italian sausage, Polish sausage, breakfast. It
Dude,
don't matter.
I do like when you get like we're kind of veering out of breakfast here, but when you get, you know, like the nice barbecued sausage, it curls a little.
Oh.
You put it in the bun.
Oh. No, I know. I just love sausage in general, and the little breakfast sausages are so goddamn tasty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Little 3 biters, you do 2 little cuts. Delicious. Sometimes you got a little maple syrup on there from the
with
waffles.
the maple syrup. It's underrated, actually, putting maple syrup on the waffles. Or, sorry, on the sausage.
Yeah, I don't intentionally do it, but you know, sometimes it dips in and delicious.
I hear you.
Got a little sweetness and meat. Sweet and salty, you know? Fantastic mix.
Yeah,
breakfast sausage, that's my number 2.
All right. Now, my honorable mention. Shout out to a food staple. Toast. God damn, I love toast.
Dude,
I love when you go out to like Denny's and then you get toast with your meal, because it's always so much better than the toast you make at home.
Oh, because it's like loaded with like a pound of butter.
But it's like, it's also
which is so good.
I know, but it's also like, it's just perfectly toasted, because, you know, I think they sprayed the butter on there. Like,
oh, really?
For the listeners that know what means, because they can't see my spraying motion.
He was doing a squirting motion with his fingers off a bottle.
Well, because, like, they have the little, like, spray bottles.
Spray
butter.
I can't believe it's not butter.
Dude, I don't know what they put on there, but it's delicious. It's just perfectly toasted. It's just... And they cut it diagonally. Dude, toast just tastes better when it's cut diagonally.
Yeah, man.
It's just so good. Sometimes I like to take the jam, right? Put a little bit of jam on top of the butter on the toast.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear
That's
you.
what I'm talking about.
I'm a butter. Like, I got the butter on the toast.
Oh, yeah, dry toast? It's only if you're having a bad day.
No, I mean, like, but even like peanut butter on toast or a jam or something like that. I'm just the butter. I like the butter on the toast.
I'll go with cream cheese on toast.
Fair enough.
But that's not breakfast.
It's like the bagel.
That's not breakfast, yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, my honorable mention. Probably something that should have been rated a lot higher on here, but waffles.
Oh, waffles is my number 2? Dude, all those Sunday mornings we share waffles.
I know. The nostalgia makes it in, but that's how good all these other foods are, you know? That waffles gets the bump. And dude, you know me, man. I love my Eggos. Like, I love waffles.
Yeah.
But
you know what? Breakfast is just so good.
Dude, shout out to waffles, man. So many good mornings.
Because you know what? Sometimes
we say mornings, but we probably woke up at 2 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So many good afternoons with waffles.
But like, sometimes people will eat, you can have breakfast, you can have brunch, which is really just eating breakfast for lunch.
Yeah.
Or sometimes it's like, we had breakfast for dinner. You can't have dinner for breakfast.
No.
Oh, what'd you have for
That's
breakfast?
silly.
Beef Wellington. You know what I mean? That's how good breakfast is. And I honestly, breakfast is easily the least eaten meal by the
breakfast
world's
for
population.
dinner. I've never done that since I moved out once, and I'm going to now.
I've been tempted a couple times to make myself an omelet for dinner, but I'm just
That's a thing. That's my dad's fix for everything.
Really?
You know what I mean? I come home from back when I was living at home too. I go home from
Dad,
somewhere.
I broke my foot at work. Breakfast for dinner.
No, not breakfast for dinner. It's the omelet. He's like all the time. It's like I'm like, oh man. I'm like, oh, I forgot to eat lunch. He's like, oh, you want an omelet? That's just all the time. You want an omelet?
Dude,
Even just the other day, my sister had to go over there to do some laundry or something like that, right? And then I heard her and her boyfriend talking about it or whatever. And he's like, yeah, I wanted one of those omelets. And I was like, did that make you an omelet? She's like, yeah. I was like, of course he did.
He's showing off his dad skills.
Yeah, it's classic, an omelet. Oh, dude, I gotta go back to the omelet for a second, okay?
Yeah, dude, go off.
Dude, you know what you do? You get the omelet, you go out to the store, you get croissants. You cut the croissant in half, you make a little sandwich with the omelet.
Ooh.
Dude, it'll change your life. It is so good.
Damn, I wish I didn't have to work tomorrow, so now I could just dedicate my morning to making breakfast.
Sorry, man.
All right.
I know, this sucks. We shouldn't have done this.
I know.
This is too good.
All right. Who would have thought we could talk for 25 minutes about breakfast foods?
Here we are.
All right. My number one. The sausage and egg McMuffin.
Oh.
Or specifically when you get the egg sandwich, right? You get the English muffins.
Mm-hmm.
Just so good. English muffin's an underrated bread.
Yeah,
As it is. But it's just a classic, right? I used to not really like the egg. I would just get sausage McMuffin, right? Just sausage, cheese, butter. Because at McDonald's, I used to work there 10 years ago, 12 years ago now. And maybe more than that. But they also had the little butter spray thing, right?
Oh,
Spray the butter on the English muffin. Ooh, tasty.
Damn. Fair enough.
Dip in a little bit of ketchup. Cheese mom. So good. I haven't had a breakfast from McDonald's in a couple months.
It's all day now, man, so you got no excuse.
Uber Eats.
Yeah. You can Uber Eats movie theater popcorn?
Really?
Yeah, man. I'm gonna get on that.
Dude, you know what? If you just show up with an Uber Eats bag, you could just probably go into the theater and be like, oh, I'm just here getting an order. Go
You
get
have a
some
number.
popcorn and leave.
You have a specific number.
That's lame.
Confirmation number 7765171.
How do you know this? You tried to pick up popcorn at the movie before? Just
know.
individually?
No, I was at a pizza place a couple weeks ago, and there was a guy picking up for Skip the Dishes or something like that. And she's like, oh, what's your confirmation number? And they won't let you leave until you put the food inside the bag. At least at this place.
Interesting. That makes sense.
Yeah, because the guy was like, oh, okay. He was walking away with his little thermal bag type thing. And he's grabs the food. She's like, no, you gotta put it in your bag. He's like, oh, okay. Still trying to go. She's like, no, put it in here. You gotta do it here.
You know what? Probably because they don't want people complaining they didn't get their orders from that place. Right? Because that place you're ordering from is yeah, dude, I ordered on Skip the Dishes from, Joe's Pizza. And it didn't even show up. Or it was shit.
Or it was cold, whatever, right? So they can be assured, we saw him put it into his bag. What he did after that's not our problem.
But if you're going to the movie theater, it's not like they're cooking that specific order. You'd be like, oh, I got 2 popcorns.
True. You may still have a confirmation. I don't know.
But
I'll look into it. I'm going to look into it.
You can go to the movies and just get popcorn. You've done that before.
I've done it many a time.
Yeah, because you just live not far from the movie theater. Which I don't live far either. Well, a little far if you're going to go there just for popcorn.
It's a little far if you're going for popcorn. I was literally a 5-minute drive to the theater, so it's okay.
10, 15.
Yeah. So it was special occasions.
All right,
my number one.
Number one.
Pancakes.
Oh,
number
my 5.
God, I love pancakes. And I talked about this last week about how if something's good enough, you don't need to put syrup on it. The pancakes are good enough.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of butter. And Denny's does that well because they plop that big scoop of butter. It's a scoop of butter.
Where the inside of the top part of the middle of the pancakes concaving it.
Yeah, exactly. And then you spread that all over your pancakes.
It's
so
like
good.
a fat person.
I actually got a lot of flack for that last week from a listener, from Ian actually. Ian messaged me and he was pretty much said I was whack for not putting syrup. He said he pokes holes in his pancakes and just fills the whole thing with syrup.
Ooh, that's a good technique. But you can go overboard with syrup. If it soaks in too much, then you're because you want to taste the pancake.
It's too sweet, yeah. Too sweet for me. Pancakes. I just love them. Like, I love pancakes.
Where's your favorite pancakes from?
Probably Denny's. Denny's are pretty solid.
Just so good.
Yeah.
They're perfect every time.
Yeah, that's the
little
thing.
fluff.
They're the most consistent. Because you go to like Sunset Grill or some other places and like that, they're good sometimes, then they're dry sometimes. Like,
Yeah, dude, at Denny's, the pancakes are never dry.
no,
Just
never.
Perfect. Just perfect pancakes.
Yeah, they're fantastic. All right.
All
That was
right.
it.
Would you believe we still managed to squeak out 40 minutes?
Look at us go.
30 minutes of breakfast talk, but I mean, listeners love breakfast.
Yeah, everybody loves breakfast.
I like to imagine some of them are listening listening while they're eating their breakfast.
Maybe. It's a possibility, yeah.
You're like, what? I'm eating one of those 5 foods right now. Well, if you were, email us, scruffcast@gmail.com, or tweet us. We're on Twitter. Follow us at ScruffCast.
Yeah.
It was International Podcast Day last weekend. None of you tweeted at us.
No, what's that about?
Shaking my head.
You know what? Let us know what your top 5 breakfast foods are. Because everybody's got top 5
Everybody
breakfast
eats
foods.
breakfast.
Everybody loves breakfast.
Everybody loves breakfast.
It's the most important meal of the day.
Yeah, breakfast has a lot of clout. It's the most important meal of the day.
That's what they
How
say,
the hell
man.
did they coin that?
I don't know.
Big breakfast.
Big breakfast.
Shaking my head.
Gotta take them down.
Yeah. That's why I do my part by rarely ever eating it during the week.
Dude, man, you gotta get that breakfast in the morning.
I know. So good.
So good. A little coffee.
Dude, I'm gonna...
See, I didn't put coffee on here because coffee could have gone on this list too. But coffee's a drink. We kind of said food.
Yeah.
But coffee would be number one. Poof! Instantly.
Yeah, give me that Tim Hortons double. So good.
Delish. All right.
That'll do.
That'll do.
Remember next week, unlikely to be an episode.
Yeah. Let's just go ahead and say there's not going to be one.
Yeah.
We don't want to get anybody's hopes up.
Enjoy your Canadian Thanksgiving. If you're American, well then
You're
you
lame.
can enjoy working that day.
Loser.
Loser, even though you guys get Thanksgiving on a Thursday, which is way better because how many real businesses work on the Friday?
Yeah,
In
they're
like
all
an office
closed.
environment?
Yeah.
No.
All
And you get
closed.
Black Friday. It's awesome.
Yeah, they got it better.
But I'm more in like, Cyber Monday, which is just like online deals on Monday instead. So you just sit at home.
Save
and don't have to-
5% on this stack of CDs.
Yeah,
you
but
can burn stuff onto.
if you can save 5% by just staying at home, that's pretty sweet.
No, of course.
But if you got to save 5% by like clawing past everybody in the ghetto going to Walmart,
yeah.
that's not. There's this website BlackFridayDeathCount.com, which always measures how many people get killed and trampled or like
Jesus
attack each other on Black Friday. I'll give it a shout out when we get closer to Black Friday.
Kind of brutal, but also
is.
like it's just
I
insane
love it up every
how many
year.
people die.
Yeah, it's like a tradition.
It's a tradition.
People getting
die.
stabbed over parking spots and stuff.
Wacky.
It's whack.
Alright.
Whack Friday.
All right.
Hashtag. I'm going to start that.
So next week's Thanksgiving, no podcast. And also, you're going away to San Francisco.
I am. I'll be visiting the West Coast for the first time ever.
It's exciting. Hopefully you have some stories.
Yeah, I think San Francisco has its share of some wackies. I don't know. Yeah, I'll have some stories. I'm supposed to go visit
A lot of-
Alcatraz.
A lot of homosexuals, too.
Yep, it's a
Not
good.
that
It's
there's
a
a problem
good thing.
with that.
I've been packing on the weight, so they'll stay away.
Oh, they'll be packing something else into you, I'll tell you that. And with that said,
I'm on vacation.
with that
Can't
said,
do that to me.
that is episode 71 of the ScruffCast. Thanks for listening, everybody, and we'll catch you next week.
Got me like, oh, as I'm watching her go. All I'm thinking is, oh, damn, that bad thing. I can tell you're really good at distracting.
Instead of shoving it up your butt, you just,